Welcome to First Friday. Bienvenidos, bienvenidas, welcome, bienvenuti. My name is Alejandro Wagner. I'm a co-founder of First Friday. We've been doing this over 10 years here. Every first Friday of the month except in January. And yeah, I want you to give you a short overview about the agenda today and why we're doing it. The agenda is everybody will introduce themselves, telling your name, what you do, how you help other people, and how we can help you with a call to action like, hey, let's have a wine or let's go somewhere, whatever. Yeah, and also interesting to hear what are your expectations about this AI topic, right? And after we've done that, you're gonna talk a little bit about your invention that we're gonna test today. Yeah. You know, you also can present your startup, your business here, your social project, whatever you can present it here. You can get valuable feedback from an interdisciplinary crowd. And you can also test your products here, and we're gonna test one of those products here. And what is the idea? The idea is that we do, I don't call it networking, we call it net worthing together. How? Not by trying to sell somebody, but trying to help each other, right? And to work with common projects, but with an interdisciplinary approach. Yeah, that's a fun part. Because you cannot do it alone. Whatever you do, not even Amal can do anything alone, not I. I couldn't do this alone if it wouldn't be for Pierre, for Amal, for you, for all of you, right? So that's the idea of sharing resources as, for example, this conference room that otherwise would be empty anyway, heated anyway, right? So, and the idea is to network through a common project. We call it in Mexico tequio, which is communitary work. You do something for the community, you do something for your tribe, right? Why? Because it makes economically sense. If we share resources and skills, it's a social bonding experience because if we do stuff together, we connect. And even on a spiritual matter, it might have an impact on you because you're serving a community. And I think especially in this really crazy world, I don't watch Netflix anymore. I watch the news. Yeah, we need us. Yeah, against them, whoever that is. All right. So you can get engaged here. I just created a IT WhatsApp group where we want to develop the digital layer of this network. We have quite a resonance now. We have quite a motor with a lot of members. But how can we use that information to connect us in a better way? Yeah, and I'm inviting you to participate in this project. Actually, Emal, you promise you're gonna do one tool for First Friday. Yeah. Yeah. That we can. Promises. Don't yeah. No. I'm just saying that they know that you know that they know. Right? Yes. All right. Yes, I do. And that's the idea. We also want to refurbish the landing page. We do have a landing page here.
I didn't promise this.
No, that's why it's a group, dude. That's why it's a group.
Okay, so you can call out if anyone wants to do that.
Yes, exactly. So at the end of the session, I'm going to display the group so you can join. Yeah. And yes. And we can dive deeper into the topic and getting shit done at our next event, because after First Friday is the Open Space Saturday, easy to remember, every last Saturday of the month between 12 and 3 p.m. here. It's an open space, everybody can come. You put the topic, you put your challenge, and whatever challenge you have, we're gonna solve that challenge in the group, right? We even have a WhatsApp group. I'm going to share that. So it's like Günther Jauch, Wer wird Millionär? You have the Joker. We can always ask questions in the WhatsApp group, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so that will bring you to the next level. And this is the QR code for the First Friday group we have. Yeah. There you have up to, I'm looking for an apartment, blah, I'm going to this event, I recommend, or something. You can connect deeper there. All right, that's from my part. We're going to start with the intro round.
Hi, I'm Octavio. So I do product management for a company that sells digital mortgages for banks. So currently I have to spend my day talking to people from Accenture, SAP, and Commerzbank. So yeah, that's why I'm not so happy at the end on Fridays.
Thank you.
Right here. About my background as a software engineer, not that good, so I turned into product management. And now, so I started my company because I had an argument with my previous boss, and I say that I could actually sell the product much better than he was doing it. So I went and built a prototype, and now I sold it to a couple of customers. So yeah, good. And yeah, I want to learn more about AI agents because I found that with my company, so we help delivery companies to actually fix the problems with addresses so that the processes are more efficient. But there's a lot of issues with addresses that cannot be automatically solved. So you need someone to speak to people to ask them for the directions to get to their address. And I did a quick thing with some AI agents, and it worked quite well. So I want to learn a little bit more to fix that. So thanks.
All right. Coming on the stage.
Hello. Hi, ich bin Victoria. I'm Victoria, and I don't have background in tech. but I'm actually artist and designer, fashion designer. So if any one of you planning to go to Burning Man and need an outfit, I'm your gal. But besides that, I'm very curious about technology, especially AI, because I'm also a little bit, I'm pretty lazy. And I see a lot of potential in this technology for lazy people. I also really like naturally optimized processes because I am lazy, and this is like just the perfect thing. It's like you know this fairy tales about Rumpelstiltskin, like a genie or a wizard or a fairy that will make your wish happen without you doing anything. This is exactly the same. So I'm also into magic, and this is like the combination of magic and science. Actually, magic is a science that we don't understand, I believe, and as soon as you understand it, it's not magic anymore, it's a science. So this is science. But for me, it's magic.
Can I ask you to talk to me, but not me, but my clone, and see if this feels like magic?
What do you mean?
Come here and talk to my clone.
Hi.
Hello, dear. How are you doing?
I'm fine, but can we talk later? I don't have time for you at the moment.
No worries. We can chat later whenever you're free. Take care and have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
That was good, actually.
Yeah.
It never behaved like that. It was rude all the time. Like
Really?
this time, it was not rude. Very good.
Well, yeah. You program it rude, probably.
I tried, but
I
it's
broke
not
it.
rude
I
enough.
broke it.
You broke it. You broke the challenge. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm very curious. I'm also planning kind of startup with one friend, like for fashion brands, how to help them also optimize processes, how to build their visibility maybe, and yeah. And now like plan any kind of startup without AI, it just doesn't make any sense. And so I would like to understand how we can implement it, and maybe I'll find something that will really spark my creativity, and where I will think like, wow, this is what I really want and can do, and I see that this is like the future, and I want to be in the future and not in the past, and I love it. So yeah, hope to learn from you and hear your ideas and feel inspired, and also create my own ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. Muy bien. Adelante, comandante.
Hello everyone, I'm Magda from Colombia.
Órale.
Yes, órale, órale. Yeah, I've been here in Germany for around 20 years, and in my past life I was 15 years in the human resources world until I said, I'm done, not anymore with me, and I decided to go my own way. So now I am a female entrepreneur, and I have a co-founder, and we are starting a business, a key e-commerce business for natural skincare. Next to that, we want to launch that with a program that is all about self-care and self-love. I think we all need to talk about that, and self-acknowledgement, you know, this kind of view that we can have within ourselves. This beauty comes from the inside. And yeah, so that's one thing. And with the same business partner, we are working on collaborating with some companies to help them into business development, sometimes helping them in inter-regional business development or like regional. Yeah, it's gonna be a very beautiful ride. And I'm very thankful about this event. Thank you so much. And I'm curious about what can we take with us. I mean, we're not techie, and that is of course a challenge, but we keep up to whatever developments are there available as much as we can. We're kind of trying to engage someone with machine learning to try to do some predictive demand and things like that. And I'm very curious to see what AI agents can also do for our businesses. Thank you.
Muy bien, gracias.
Gracias.
Still have two, then we're right done. Amele.
So how
Yes.
everyone?
Sit here, not too shy.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva Richter, currently working in the space of consulting for business business and IT delivery improvement. Also on the side, my little hustle is I have an idea that I want to convert into the potential business, and yes, currently looking for some AI solution to support it. So I can help with anything around IT. So my background is I'm educated in economy and in software engineering, so I have a dual degree. So that's why for me business and IT is one word. So that's what I can help. Thank you everyone.
All right. Last but not least.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Anna. I am a mathematician by training, but I've been working in the software industry for like about 20 years. Right now I'm an engineering manager, but the reason I'm here is because I've built together with my co-founder a little virtual assistant that answers questions for small businesses, like helps to replace a secretary, basically.
Nice.
And
Cool.
Get rid of them.
Yes. Empower them.
it's very nice though.
Yeah.
You're always polite.
No. It depends on the master.
So yeah, how can I help? I'm an experienced machine learning person, engineering manager. Worked for big tech, small tech,
In the middle.
and how you can help? Maybe I can just look around, like what other people are doing to get inspired.
Muy bien. Gracias.
Yeah.
Anybody who hasn't spoken? Why didn't come? Yes. All right. Before we make the pause, whoever brought something today, please stand up. Who brought something? A ver. Espérate, aguanta. A ver. Whoever who. Oh, now we're getting drunk.
You're getting marketing.
Nice. This is the altar here. Para las ofrendas, ¿no? Please, for all those who brought something, please, a big applause, please. That's the spirit. Thank you very much. We're going to make a pause of, let's say, 10-15 minutes.
let's start. So this presentation is going to be as detailed as you can think about it, about AI agents, and about EU AI Act. We don't need any prerequisites, any kind of background, technical, non-technical. If you have like 2 years or at least 1 year, one eye, you should be able to follow. Alrighty, so let's start this. Before I start, I would like to say a few words about myself. My name is Emil Sayer. I'm a software engineer. I'm specializing in building AI agents, those specific ones that do not require an API. You will, during the presentation, know exactly what I mean by this. It's a specific corner of building AI agents, and it's really complex, and a lot of AI agents that you will see throughout 2025, and this being the first year, and then all the next years, you'll just keep seeing AI agents being built by big tech and also by a lot of other companies. They will definitely need a computer, and that's where I'm specializing right now. And you will see a project that I'm building. So I'm so much a technical person, and I'm also so much an entrepreneurial person. I speak 5 languages. I came to Germany 10 years ago on a scholarship to do my master's in AI, and I did that, almost finished it, but dropped out for my entrepreneurial reasons. And I built these different companies in the past 9 years. One of the companies that I'm really proud of working on it, at least not proud of selling it for $200 million, which it had the potential of doing that, is it's called VoiceKit. For those of you who knows David Hasselhoff and the car called Kit. So this was basically David Hasselhoff. How many people knows who's David Hasselhoff? Okay. Okay. Then I'm going a little bit off the script. Okay. So if you go here, you will see me pitching here, right here on my portfolio. You will see me pitching here, and then you will find David Hasselhoff behind me, and I'm presenting it. So this idea of this startup that I was building 2023, 2024. It started literally like from kind of like a voice AI agent that knows your intent and it can execute tasks on your behalf. And our role model was like kind of like Kit. Therefore, we called it VoiceKit. And then as we grew a little bit mature, we went through the Techstars acceleration program. We said like, hey, why should we actually put it only inside the car? Why should we not take it out of the car? And then we took it actually out of the car. This new generation of this was kind of like a generic. And then the whole idea was like we build this orchestration layer of like something to program that connects with your all programs, be it Salesforce, Microsoft 365, Slack, and so on. And then it knows your natural language, and then it just keeps going on. And then it clicks another area. If you guys know it, Her from 2013. So we were basically building Samantha. And to be honest, I have like an emotional video on my YouTube channel when I saw this thing called from Samantha. And I was like really deeply touched that I couldn't make it. I couldn't build VoiceKit as it should have been. But I liquidated the company. It's okay. That's a part of the entrepreneur's journey. Now I'm a consultant. I'm building AI agents for SMEs, and I'm bringing my experience not only from there, but also from all these awesome companies that I have worked with for the past 10 years or so, especially this one company that is like a $300 million funded startup, kind of like Gorillas, but I don't know. Better or not. I was a part of the very early stage of the tech team. Through a year, I made a little bit of profits, and then I brought that to build this company that I was just showing you, VoiceKit. So going back to the track. So now what I'm doing is, because I had this experience of logistics and building voice AI or voice AI agent startup, now I'm bringing it to the world, especially for SMEs with kind of like $50 million in ARR and 200 people and so on. I already spoke about that, so those are some of the companies where I worked, especially with Klarna. I don't have like a kind of experience of building AI agents, but they're one of the pioneers in building AI agents. For example, their customer support was totally automated. Like the first day they launched their customer support AI agent, it resolved tickets, 3.2 million or something tickets. That was equivalent to 700 people. That's insane, like how AI agents are changing this landscape. So the presentation is pretty packed. We will have a lot of interactions with audience. Please don't sleep. And we will go through all of these things. So first thing first, let's do a little bit icebreaker, okay? I know you guys already met each other, but I'll give you guys a time where I will just shout out, let's say 2 minutes. In these 2 minutes, please stand up and find one peer to your right or to your left, and then talk to them. First thing first, like connect on LinkedIn if you want. And then the second thing, one of these questions, pick one of these questions, like the first one is, if AI could automate one of your daily tasks, what would it be? Then answer that one from your partner and then switch the role and then you ask the partner. Because the presentation is packed, please let's respect the time. Like I don't need to shout, like let's see 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, go. Ask your question.
So what do you think about the last question? Like which industry?
Which industry?
Yeah.
Accounting. Yeah, because accounting is kind of like in this low risk area. You'll hear it during the presentation. It's super simple to do it. There is not a lot of EU AI Act compliance problems. I think accounting is the first one that will be described.
Unfortunately, I'm medical degree. She is biotech degree. So she is bioinformatics degree. So we are not into the field. I just want to get your advice, your ideas probably. So so I have a medical degree and I have some experience working as a military paramedic back in Ukraine. And like I just have an idea. I have some experience in engineering, but like I'm NPC for you. You're a great person.
Thank you.
I just want to deliver a solution for like Ukrainians, Israeli people, never mind. Just to help to diagnose and to treat PTSD with AI agents. Just to like
as a conversation partner, like as a voice. That's nice.
Sure.
Hi, why don't you do this? I have a workshop on 15th of March. We will run it for like 5 hours or so. So don't forget to scan that QR code. I'm going to show it in a minute. And then we will see there, and then we'll have ideation. Maybe we can have lunch together, and then I can give you some ideas. Because I've been building voice AI companies for the past 6-7 years. I can share a lot of insights.
Okay, two small questions.
But I have to get back the track. Let's talk after the...
Do I need to cover anything before coming to sport?
No, nothing. Just bring your laptop, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Even if you don't have a laptop, then come and
I have. Thank you, sir.
See you. Can you help me? Alrighty, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I hope that was a good warm up, and then we're gonna go and do some deep dive about AI agents, especially in the context of EU AI Act. So the first question, like, what is an AI agent? As I said, no phones. Really interactive session. So let's start. I'm gonna pick someone to tell me what's an AI agent. Okay, I will randomly pick you.
That's great because I'm not an expert, but I think the AI agent can use the AI methods it has to interact with more things in the environment, like software, hardware, whatever, to do tasks for you. Yeah, so I think the agent has the ability.
You say task, very good. Yeah, it is one component of task.
Agents are programs that learn and make decisions to task on their own.
Yes, exactly. Perfect. Good. Let's do that. So that's the simplest definition I could come up with. AI agents are programs that learn and make decisions to do tasks on their own. That's very important. We'll see a lot of more slides covering other aspects, but that's the easiest definition that you can pick. As Sam Altman said, like, they perform tasks, like 2 words and then it's done. Like, they perform tasks, like human beings. They perform tasks, AI agents perform tasks. What is so cool about AI agents is, like, take this very old school input, process, output idea in your mind. Those of you who are, by raise of hands, who doesn't know this diagram of input, process, output? Nice, so I'm talking to the right audience. Nobody is there that do not know what is input, process, output. In any computer system you pick, from 1960s or even before that, whenever computers were invented, to now, this diagram is true. You have an input, you have a processing, there is an output. This, whatever it's called, clicker or whatever. It has a laser beam, there is an input coming here, and then there's a processing happening, and there is an output. The output is the laser going on the wall. So that is the input, process, output. AI agents are no different. It's the same thing, but with this big component in between. So this simple AI agent that doesn't need any coding, it's basically using N8N, a platform that you can use to build AI agents. It has a specific format here. Look, there is an input. The input could be a chat. It could be a ChatGPT-like interface. It could be a voice call. It could be a database entry going in, or it could be an email coming in. Whatever input it is, it triggers a little beast, a little cute beast called AI agent. And that has something to do, we'll talk about that in just a minute, and then it has an output. That output does not need to be just a Google sheet. It can be a database entry. It can be an email composed. It can be a phone call initiated to someone else. And it can be even like calling another AI agent, doing something else on the chain of all these AI agents. So until now, who can tell me on a paraphrased version, like, what is an AI agent? Anyone? No? I'm gonna pick Amir. Is your name Amir? Amin, yes. Amin, I remember. Okay, I don't know you. You know me? It was not a stage show. Yeah, what is an AI agent? Like, please paraphrase it. Try to explain what's an AI agent.
So what is an AI agent? So just imagine when you open your browser, you want to interact with
louder, please.
With ChatGPT. You start writing code, and you start like writing the prompt. I want to do this. What is. So just imagine you want to do everything with code, and you write a little object. You write a little object that basically is might be a class, more as a programming object.
You're going somewhat technical, like I said, like okay, no, let's leave the technical people behind, okay? I randomly picked him. I don't know, I sometimes do that. Okay, class and blah blah, like those technical things. We don't have everyone technical here, so let's keep it very very simple. One more time. It has an input, it has something to do processing, and then it has an output. But these 3 little boxes, these little plus signs, these are important for any AI agent to be called an AI agent. Otherwise, you basically have nice workflow that works well. Okay, so what are they? The first thing is, from these 3 boxes, is called a chat model, an LLM, a ChatGPT, a Claude, a Gemini, or whatever of those words that you heard, including DeepSeek. So that is your chat model. What does it do? What an LLM can do? Basically, it understands our language. It's called LLM, large language model. It's a large model. It has literally all the words of the world that it could suck in. It got it, put it on a metrics. Now it can query through it. Like when it says, today is Friday, I am going to, we know in our human brain that what comes next. Like Friday, Feierabend. Beer. First Friday. Like all those next words. That is basically what these AI agents need, like a component that is the intelligent component in these three component, or this three leg, like these tripods that I have with my cameras. So one leg is the intelligence part. The second part is the memory. So you need to have some sort of a memory. You need to remember what the person say. For example, if you said, hey, can you please compose a LinkedIn post for this content, which I do like 2-3 times a day. And then I ask another question. I say like, can you please remove all the emojis? It should know which LinkedIn post it's talking about. So that is basically the part of the memory. So it needs to remember the conversation with the user. So an AI agent only knowing what to do is not enough. It needs to learn over time. And the most important part is the tool. The tool is basically that Salesforce integration, that it can pull information from your CRM, and it can put back information into that CRM. That Microsoft Outlook, that it can read an email, and it can alert you, or it can give you a phone call that, hey, you have a very important email from your mortgage advisor, and he says that you're gonna lose this deal. You remember that? So, this was actually a real example. And that sort of AI agent is gonna come. Like, I have a mailbox. I have actually a couple of mailboxes, and I often lose the track of my emails. We can build an AI agent that can listen to all the emails coming in, make sense of it. I have already prompted. It understands this is a very important email. I have to call Amo, no matter if he is giving a presentation on First Friday or not. The next tool could be a Microsoft Teams. You can send a message to someone. And instead of like talking to Jane Doe, I will just talk to a microphone. It will compose a very nice message and then send it to Microsoft Teams. So that is basically the core elements of an AI agent. Questions?
Isn't it the outputs, not a tool?
Please.
Isn't it outputs like Microsoft Teams channel?
Could be an output. It can be a tool, it could be an output. Very good question. The question is Microsoft Teams a tool or an output? Because in the previous slide we said like there could be these little output components. A tool can also be an output because it can take the entire output of that one iteration inside the AI agent and then put it somewhere as an output. But that can be.
Teams is a tool, but the message in the text in the Teams it's an output.
Could be.
Great.
Yeah, and also these input and output can be nested between AI agents. One AI agent can call another AI agent, that can call another AI agent, and so on, and then they can have like the chain of commands and so on, like an organization having an hierarchy. Yes, please ask the question.
We had this discussion. How do you validate that it doesn't do something stupid?
Good question. The question is like, how do you evaluate your AI agent? How do you make sure that the quality of AI agent is good? Evaluations are very important in AI agents. There are a lot of ways to do it, like to the model level, to a very scientific level, but I will give you guys a very simple answer. How do you evaluate it? With a better model. Create like a reasoning model on the top of it. Let's say if you're using ChatGPT 4.0 here. 4.0 is basically one model, one version of ChatGPT. And that is not a reasoning model. A reasoning model is slower, it thinks, it reasons, it evaluates, and then it generates an answer. So you can kind of like have an LLM as a judge, and then it basically evaluates the LLM underneath it. So that could be one very simple way of doing evaluations. Alrighty, let's go on. So now, please pay attention to the slide. An AI agent is like a digital coworker that learns, reasons, and executes tasks on your behalf. Yes, I read my text from the slide for all those presentation gurus. Yes, I read my text. because it's very important. Like, it's not a complex thing. It's just like your coworker, but the thing is, it's an intelligent machine software.
Can I ask you something?
Please go ahead.
Why do you assume that the agent that you are more clever than the agent all the time, and that you don't? That is not the opposite, or that you are not learning from them instead of having to teach them something.
Do I understand your question correctly? That why do I assume that the agents are more smarter than me?
That are less smarter because they work for you, and there's not a co-working thing or some more, because you are putting yourself, not yourself, but you are putting. I think it's a co-working.
Yeah, I mean the co-worker term is the right term to define it. And I, to be honest, like I'm a programmer. Like, my job is taken by AI already. Like, there are IDEs that write code, and I already lost my job to AI. But I see it from the positive perspective. I see that, oh, it empowers me actually. I used to build a web application for like 3 weeks. Now I can build it in a weekend. That empowers me. That gives me these superpowers of learning how to do public speaking and shouting to 60 people or 70 people in a room and reading my slides and still not being ashamed of it. I'm a programmer. I've been writing code for 23 years, but I still can do this because I learned it from AI. It gives me small little tips and tricks. So it is empowering me. Any AI that you pick, it's empowering you. It's not taking your jobs. It's empowering you, and you become better at what you're doing. In 10 years, everybody, all the planet will be 10x more efficient, I bet, whatever I have on it. Alrighty, so let's go on. There are some examples. For the sake of time, I'm going to skip some of the examples. One of them could be a real-time invoice reconciliation. We'll see a video of this actually in action, so I'll keep that on a side. Cash flow, tax compliance, auditors can use it to run, like, find anomalies in the entire bookkeeping chain of, like, a lot of data going back and forth between the systems that are not connected already between themselves, and there are usually tax advisors, human brain behind it to do this. And there could be a supplier payment optimizer. A lot of suppliers have these little discounts. If you pay a little bit earlier, you get a little bit discount. And if you have like a big supply chain and you optimize a little bit somewhere, and you're like Amazon or Lieferando or Delivery Hero or Zap, where you save a lot of money because you actually save a lot of little cents everywhere that was not visible to a human eye. Now an AI agent can do that for you. A smart account receivable collector. So many times it happened to me that I receive a letter in my mailbox and I see that, oh, this thing was due for how many days, how many months it was due. This can be done with AI agents. An AI agent can connect to your accounting system, read all the invoices that are not paid, they're due for 2 days, and they give a phone call to the person that is supposed to send the invoice. And, hi, John, is there everything all right? Do you have a question about the invoice? Can I help you with something? That's possible. Today it's possible.
Can you develop on this point about human oversight? Which type of human oversight do you see for example, the example that you mentioned? How could that technically...
I'm sorry, can you question one more time?
You said, okay, there will be an automatic reconciliation or an automatic settlement of an invoice that you receive via your mail. It's going to help you, but maybe at first, also as a human, you want to keep a little bit of oversight, even though
nice.
You like to
human in the loop, basically.
Yes, exactly. You want to reduce the time, it will select you, the information.
Good.
You still want to... What technical solution do you have for this human oversight to be implemented?
That's a very good question, like human in the loop.
Yes.
I will show a video. In that video, I am the human in the loop for doing the login on Dativ. Okay. We'll tackle it there, but quickly to answer your question, like whatever we automate with AI agents, we will find these little places where we need to give a permission to a human. Imagine a workflow that is so complex, computationally speaking, running a lot of calculations, pulling information from databases, putting it back, that all an AI agent can do. But the last minute of call, Like the script that I need to call John and say that, hey John, your invoice is due. You have been always not paying your invoices. It's not nice if you do this. We will cut our businesses with you. This transcript comes to a human brain. It says, no, that's too negative. Please paraphrase it. Like literally one prompt, paraphrase it, makes it sweet, calls John. Hey John, I know that everybody is suffering right now with macroeconomics. Do you want some installments? I can figure out these things. So that is possible. Like literally a human brain taking a negative thing, seeing like, yeah, it's negative, switch it, it goes back and then it executes the whole chain of things. Alrighty, so who are the pioneers of AI agents? It's not me. It's not me. I'm just a dude with a nice t-shirt. Anyone knows what is that t-shirt saying? It's HTML. It's the end of head and the start of the body. The pioneers of AI is actually a man called Alan Turing. If you guys know Alan Turing, he is the father of AI. He basically came with this concept of machine intelligence, and he built a machine called the Bombi. Nobody knows what's the Bombi, but anybody knows what is Enigma. That thing behind me is Enigma. Who knows what's Enigma? Okay, perfect. Germans knows it. Germans knows it. So basically, this was a machine that Hitler made. It was kind of like an encryption machine. It used to encrypt and decrypt messages so that the soldiers between them they could use. And this gentleman created this machine that you'll see it in a slide later. That's called the Bombi. Any native speaker, how is that pronounced? Bombi? The Bombe. So this machine actually breaks the German Enigma code, and that reduces the war between 2 to 4 years. That is the power of AI. And this happened in 1940, what? 7? 40? Yeah. 43? 45?
45 was the end of war.
Yeah, because this machine ended it, no?
Yep.
So this particular machine was built sometimes in that time. I don't know. It's a complex story. Let's go on. So this is basically this machine. So this is basically the machine. It's just like the very first machine where we try to do something by a machine, and then from there onward, like your recommendation engines, your search engines, everything used AI until now, when we cracked this problem of basically talking to computer with a natural language. Therefore, this NLP, natural language processing, happened recently, especially with the LLMs in place. And this is a must-watch movie. During this weekend, if you want to watch a movie, I highly recommend watching this movie called The Imitation Game. The Imitation Game.
By the way, it's maybe interesting to say that actually what's actually was solving the problem was the human mind, not the machine.
Yeah.
The machine decoded everything afterwards, but the human mind found the solution to how to decode it.
Yeah.
So it was like the machine that like built it, but still it was maybe to the question that there is a person that maybe needs to give like the last stamp and affirmation.
Yeah.
I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, we cannot remove human from the equation. That's absurd.
Let's see.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
I guess that's where the words want to go. So.
I mean, when AGI is there, you will definitely remove human from the. They will. It's a philosophical question. Like, I'm not a philosopher.
Did you see the cortical? Oh, I don't want to break it.
Yeah, please. But please write me on LinkedIn. I want to watch it.
Cortical
Yeah.
dropped the.
Send me on LinkedIn, please. So one more time, please. An AI agent is like a digital coworker that learns, reasons, and executes tasks on your behalf. And that is the diagram. You basically have an input, you have a processing component, and then you have an output. And this processing component has these 3 points: an LLM, a memory, and a or multiple tools attached to it. And now it's the time where I ask a question from you guys randomly. The reason I'm randomly picking someone is so that everybody's attentive. They're not checking their phone. Let me randomly ask someone from the audience. You? Randomly you? Okay, then I'm going to ask you this question. So where do you see AI agents making the most impact?
Currently, I think in reducing the own mental reasoning.
Okay.
Because what
mental reasoning. I will ask one more person. Sunil?
Sangil.
Sangil. Okay.
I'm working on my personal project, so I document in multiple places, Confluence, Notion. So now I ditched everything.
Okay.
I use Apple Notes. Obsidian also I ditched. So one place that will help me categorize all my notes.
Okay.
That for sure has a profound impact on me.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else want to participate in answering this question?
I don't.
Sorry, I'll come to you.
I think where the most impact it's on the human imaginary, because we are dreaming about agents. We don't even know what they are capable of doing, but we dream that they do. I don't know. I'm not talking about us here, but as humans, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a very good perspective, like human interaction, human imagination. You want to say something?
No, I just wanted to answer. I mean, I don't know. I'm just sort of like a normal person. I don't know anything about finances and everything, how the whole big company is working. But I'm just noticing that everywhere where I call it is all the time, everything is automatized.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, customer service.
Customer service, yeah, absolutely. Klarna, this giant bank, innovative bank, they automated their customer service entirely with AI agents, and they're one of the examples. And even OpenAI has an article on their website about Klarna's amazing adoption of AI. Although a Swedish company, actually, an EU-based company. What's your question?
So this is like a general question across the industries, across the world, or like how is it like?
Anything, like in your perspective, what do you think will like?
Like when you say impact, I would say maybe, I don't know, like like the recent one I can think about the elections.
A little louder so that you can.
About elections.
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 Okay.
To read the sentiment of the people.
Okay.
Yeah. To know who's like thinking what.
Oh, that is a very good perspective. I have something in the EU AI Act slide. So the assumption was like elections, like it's something to do with EU AI Act, like regulation. We'll talk about that. Alrighty, so let's go on. Any questions so far? Anything in regard to any part of the presentation? Please.
Is there essential difference from automation, like in any way, and automation with AIs? Like, isn't it like automation has been existing for forever, but now it's only using automated workflows to activate the AI machines.
Okay.
But is there an essential?
The question is like whether an automation is called an AI agent. That's a very common question that a lot of people ask and they laugh at. Yeah, please.
You don't have a micro, so you don't have to. Oh, you do. Oh,
yes.
Okay. Sorry that. No, I wanted to answer that question simply by saying it cuts out the middleman, and the middleman was the software developer.
Yes, very good answer. Yes, you want to say
Is this
something?
exclusive to generative AI?
Anything.
AI
Sure.
agent thing.
Very,
so
very
even
general.
predictive AI is...
Yeah, anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So the answer to that question, I did a short video like these swipe that you do swipe. In my personal opinion, an AI agent or a workflow, doesn't matter if it's called it's a workflow or not, it has to satisfy those, well, at least two of those three components. Like, even if it doesn't have a memory, it has intelligence and it has access to tools, it can be called an AI agent. Why should we have like a tag on that hey, this is an AI agent, this is a workflow? Where is the line? It's a grayscale. It's not black and white. So in that case, any intelligent system that can perform tasks can be called an AI agent. Alrighty. Let's go on. We're progressing. That's good. We put 3 checkboxes already there.
Just one thing about the automation.
Louder, please.
About the automation that she mentioned. Just imagine, like before, when we were in IT, let's say, like simple thing. If you wanted to know to extract like somebody's name, if you wanted to implement automation over people's name and family name, it should be like like exactly mentioned.
Yes.
Right, not inside the paragraph, but
Wow.
automation over unstructured textual data. Like you just like give a big ass text and you say like this, the name of this person and that person and do this.
Wonderful. You are not.
Automation over this unstructured data that is text. That's
Sorry for the interruption. I have to control. But one thing, you're not using technical terms. That's very good. All right. So let's go on. What do we have next? So the next thing is the development paths. It's gonna get interesting. I promise. It's gonna get interesting. Look, we have like the ways to build AI agents. How can you build like not technical people? I mean, it doesn't mean that you're not technical and you're technical. No categorization, but this part is about knowing how to build AI agents. I'll show you guys a few things. And I will cover a few things why 2025 would be the year of AI agents and what the leaders are talking about that. So the first bunch of logos that you need to know is these ones. Agent.ai is one platform where you can build it. NA10. Actually, I stumbled upon NA10 a very long time ago, early 2023, and I think they were just starting. And it was just a better Zapier. If you guys know Zapier, it's kind of like an automation tool. Or a better make.com alternative. Because I needed for my software this automation layer where I put like multiple automation workflows and then I trigger them with a voice in the startup voice kit that I showed you guys earlier. And then now I see them after like a couple of years, they're totally a different beast. Like they are one of the fastest growing AI agent builders in the world, and they are based in Berlin. One of the proud companies. They are based in Berlin.
Make? Really?
No, NA10, NA10.
Oh, okay.
The whole time I was talking about NA10.
Oh, okay.
No, make.com, their license, like their white label license, at least in October of 2022 when I met them, and Bits and Pretzels in Munich, it was 50,000 euros. And this one is fair source. It's not open source, it's fair source. You can kind of like clone it, fork it, put it on your own infrastructure, pay them a fee, whatever fee. But it is possible that you can put it on your own. All right, so what is an NA10? It's basically that thing that I was showing you guys was an NA10. And I have a workshop about NA10 on 15th of March. It's a free workshop, no strings attached. My clients are different. I'm just doing it for the community. I'm doing it for the love of this meetup and for knowing Alejandro for like 7 years or so. So this is the workshop, no strings attached. It's for free. You have to bring your own food and your own snacks and your own breakfast. It starts at 10 a.m. It goes through, I believe, 6 p.m. 3 p.m. I write it down there with the venue I spoke. They're open for a couple of more hours. The last workshop was here in this room, and it was awesome. We built a lot of cool things. That's the address. That's the QR code for the Luma invite.
Can I take the Luma invite? Because I'm not getting the
QR code? Yeah. Yes, please take a picture. Or if you connect with me on LinkedIn or go to that website, emilsari.com, connect with me on LinkedIn, I can send you the link to that. Alrighty. Any questions so far? Yes, please.
So to join this workshop, somebody needs the programming background or anyone can join? Very
good question. Do we need programming background or coding experience to join this workshop? No, you just need to have like a laptop, know English a little bit, and that's it. I can also do it in German, actually. English? Okay. 5 languages. All right.
Double courses in one time.
Yeah. Actually, an AI clone could do that. Yeah, translations. Yeah.
So
All right.
Maybe when you, for each of these tools, say quickly if they give your data away somewhere or they have kind of closed systems where they use the data. Maybe for each, if you show them, tell for each if they take your data and put it somewhere where you don't want to have it or it's only for you.
Yeah. Alrighty, so relevance AI. What is relevance AI?
And is it taking your data
uploading it somewhere, or is it local, or is
You can take N8N and then basically clone it and put it on your own infrastructure, and then you have it literally in your own infrastructure, like on your own metal servers, and it never leaves your servers. You can have it in Frankfurt data centers. It's 100% EU AI Act compliant, which is coming, like a bunch of slides coming for EU AI Act and all the legal
I
things.
think that's one of their USPs, as a matter of
Exactly.
fact, that you control your own data.
Yeah.
Doing good
Yeah. All right, so Relevance AI, it's another platform. It's kind of like N8N. One thing that I really like about Relevance AI is that their LinkedIn scrapers are so good. Like, you can scrape thousands of LinkedIn profiles, the last post that they did, which is not available on N8N, and it's available on Relevance AI, and you can interface them. In my workshop, I'll do that. So there's another one called VAPI, the button that you saw, the button that is on my website here. This is built on VAPI. Basically, it can talk to me.
Hello dear, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks for asking. How can I assist you today?
Your t-shirt looks nice. I'm looking for a new boyfriend.
Well, thank you for the compliment on the t-shirt. As for finding a new boyfriend, I'm here as your friendly AI companion to chat, assist, and provide support, but not quite in the boyfriend department. If you need advice or help with anything, feel free to ask.
Why not, actually? Why not?
I appreciate your interest. However, I'm an AI created to provide assistance.
No, it couldn't say that. I want to... It's not... He's not interested. No, to me...
You have to give him a role first.
No, actually, sometimes it's AI, it's generative AI. It can answer different things. Sometimes it answers that, oh, I'm married and I have 2 kids and blah, blah, blah. So my personal information is fit to this button. So that thing is built on VAPI. So you can build like that button, and we built it in this workshop here last 22nd of February. And on 15th of March, we're going to build something like this again on that workshop. So please join that. And 11 Labs, I used 11 Labs for doing my voice cloning. It's a voice technology company based in Poland, and you can use for building AI agents, especially voice AI agents using 11 Labs. And Crew AI is a Python framework if you want to do a little bit coding with Crew AI. Why is it called Crew? Because with this you can build a crew of AI agents, and then they can call each other. And it really makes it simple. It abstracts things away from all the nitty-gritty details that you need to do it if you have to do custom coding. With Crew AI, you can do that. So then this area where I'm super interested in is like computer usage. Like every single AI agent in the world, at some point in time, they will need an actual computer to use it. So a computer so that they can move the mouse, click things around, type things around. Anthropic released computer use sometimes in mid-October, 22nd of October 2024. OpenAI released a very similar product called Operator in 23rd of January 2023. Those videos are available online. You can go and check them. What they do is basically they load a browser or a computer, and you give them instructions, and based on your instructions, they execute those tasks. It's really a different level of building AI agents. This is the future. They both are in beta right now. And what people are, like the tech leaders are saying is really fascinating. Like 2025 is going to be the year of AI agents. Why? Because Satya Nadella, the CEO of Microsoft, says that SaaS is dead. Microsoft is a SaaS company. And they're saying that SaaS is dead. Why? Because there's a suffix to that. It is because AI agents are coming. Software as a service companies are going to die because nobody is going to use an interface when they can talk to it. Nobody is going to use an interface, a very complex interface, if they can write something in a small chat box, and that AI agent can go and perform that task for you and then come back.
That's not proven.
Pardon?
That's not proven. People love good interfaces.
Yeah, there will. People are not black and white, as I said. Like there will be good people using chatbots, and there will be even better people using like little checkboxes and like menus and drop downs and so on. You'll see something that I have built in just a minute. And also, Mark Zuckerberg says like there will be billions of AI agents, like more than people in the world. And also, the CEO of NVIDIA says that the next wave is going to be the agentic AI wave. And I already feel it because I've been there for the past 2 years, and I see how many companies are now querying and trying to implement AI agents and so on. And the CEO of Salesforce brought this thing called Agent Force, and he thinks that it's bigger than internet. And I think it is, because it's a big paradigm shift. It's going to change the way things are done with computer, and I think it will give birth to a totally new era that we don't know yet. In the future, we'll know it. Alrighty, again, an interaction with audience. Do you believe 2025 will be the breakthrough year for AI agents? Why or why not? I'm going to ask only 2 people to just keep the speed in this, please.
Yeah, I believe yes. So since right now what I observed is it is into a growth phase. It will at some point in maybe next year consolidate, but yeah, starting.
It is a trigger point, I think.
Point, yeah.
Please, you want to participate? Like,
I
do you
am a
think?
little bit skeptical
Okay.
for 2025 because of the validation reasons that I told you. I think the human will still be in the loop.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The humans will be in the loop.
In that sense, for sure.
Yeah.
I think we've
Yeah.
already.
I think it's already started. Like the trigger, like the reason that in this room we have like 70 people on a Friday night hearing a boring person talking about AI agents is because there is a big kind of like a small spark happen in an A stack, and it's going to catch fire very, very, very quickly. So let's go on. What's next? We covered a little bit more. Now is the boring but very important and interesting point. I promise legal things are boring, but I'll keep it as engaging as possible. There's a game actually. You come from legal background. I have a game in this, so I'll keep the audience engaged, okay? Let's start from what is an EU AI Act. All right, I'm gonna read my slides again. The EU AI Act is the first major AI regulation ensuring safe, transparent, and ethical AI use. This is a framework that we'll see a lot of information in a minute. It was to the EU level implemented. And before I go on with my rest of my slides, it's a big disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer. It's not a legal advice. Don't take anything from this slide and implement it in your business and later on come to me and say, like, oh, you said so. No, I just was sharing some slides. So the first thing first, how do you find it? You go to Google, you write EU AI Act PDF. You go to this website where you see this europa.eu, and then there is a text PDF file, and then it has like 144 pages. That's it. That's how you find it. But what you need to take out of that is that it's basically classified in these 4 different risk levels: high risk, unacceptable risk, minimal risk, and limited risk. What is unacceptable risk? This is basically things that EU ethics and EU believing systems do not apply, and we don't want it in the EU. Something like the facial recognitions, like it's very high risk. It's something like social scoring, like putting something to the nation level, recognizing their faces, giving them a score based on their performance or whatever. High risk. We'll go through all of these slides in great detail. Pardon?
Like Black Mirror level.
Black Mirror level, like Netflix series Black Mirror. So this thing is called limited risk, and it's also called transparency risk. Okay, so let's go on. Let's get some examples of those different risk levels. Let's start from the minimum risk, or unregulated or no restriction risk. These are the low-hanging fruit for any company to go and build things around those kind of examples. For example, this could be an AI-powered email filter, a spam filter. It doesn't need any regulation. It has been there. You can improve it, build a startup around it, make money. An AI chatbot for FAQs. I will give you some chance to ask the question at the end of this slide. So an AI chatbot for FAQs. I'm building one, you'll see it in a minute, that you can put a lot of knowledge somewhere and then you let people ask questions about it. And then there is this AI image editing tool, kind of like a Photoshop enhancer, an AI power bookkeeping. This is where I'm really fascinated about, and I'm building something which you'll see in a minute. The other examples could be like the risk level that is kind of like it needs some transparency requirements, some legal requirements. This could be a deepfake generator, an AI image or an AI video that has been generated with AI. You have the obligation to kind of put a tag on it. An AI recommendation system. When you use in your e-commerce shop an AI recommendation system, you need to kind of like educate the user that is AI generated. A resume screener. It is. I have a current client from the HR tech. I'm building something for them, and we had to particularly check this particular one. Like, how does it influence the entire recruitment process, and how can we make sure that it's compliant? An EU AI Act that is on the high risk level, it is healthcare. AI models that are detecting diseases. AI for credit scoring, for like banks doing loan assessment, mortgage assessment. This is in the high risk because people can be discriminated against that only because of an error in the software. AI in recruitment, people can be influenced based on if an hiring process is influenced by the AI based on their racial background, educational, ethnic group, and so on, that is an high risk. Whereas the no-go, the prohibited AI, it's basically banned for ethical and safety reasons. There are like 50 moral laws already in the EU level. So it's basically protecting all those 50 laws. It's social scoring system that ranks individually based on behavior. The real-time biometric surveillance. These surveillance cameras that you have, if it goes through an AI model, it is banned in EU. AI for predictive policing. So if somebody probably will do a crime and you want to catch it, kind of one of those Black Mirror episodes, this is banned in the EU. Now, audience, I intentionally, sorry, I'm coming to you. I intentionally skipped those white slides because it was legal and I don't want to be catched there.
I have a question to the white slides.
Please go ahead. I don't know the answer, but I will listen to you.
I'll tell you, for you say, for example, recruiting. I see it in every limit. Yeah. Minimal risk. Spam filter.
Yeah.
What if the spam filter brings all women who could be pregnant not even come to the HR agent? Would be discrimination. A resume filter could also use social scoring. So basically...
But the definition of a spam is not that you're pregnant and you apply for a job and you're disqualified. The spam is like, it's an email that's unsolicited and it is not supposed to be in your inbox.
If you don't know how the system works, maybe by type of...
Well, then that's a wrong software that somebody built.
It's only about the goal it has.
Yes, yes.
So resume filter, what is the difference between a resume filter and the social scoring?
A resume filter is something when you apply for a job and then you basically put it through an AI model and then you say, I shortlist this one or not this one. A social scoring...
No, not social. I mean the third one about...
it's okay, we can discuss this. Yeah, we can discuss this later. I have a lot of slides left. I have to carry on.
The same, no? I mean,
it could be the same, yeah. To be honest, the details are important. The evil is in the detail. At the abstract level, you come from the law background. Like when it is,
it's on a case-by-case basis. You cannot say, okay, this application is authorized. This is, it depends on first the application and then how the data will be processed.
Yes. I mean, law is very complicated. So I'm not a lawyer. I cannot give anything there. So I have a small game. Now it's the audience engagement time. What I have is here, pay attention to this emoji. This emoji will change in the next slide to one of those emojis, okay? The example is that AI-powered scheduling assistants, AI tools that schedule meetings, for example, a Calendly AI. Starting from you, what do you think?
Minimal risk.
Minimal risk? Okay, minimal risk.
Agreed.
Agreed. What do you think, Jan? Yeah, agreed. I think it was an easy one. It is a minimal risk. Yes, it is a minimal risk because Everything is in the consent of the people, and there is a message, you click it, and then you go through it. The next question, what is it? AI for workplace productivity monitoring, AI tracking employee activity and behavior. Prohibited? Like this one? Limited risk?
Depends. High risk or prohibited? High risk.
High risk? I hear high risk. High risk?
High risk.
High risk?
Limited risk?
Limited? High?
Surveillance. Tracking behavior. Surveillance.
I don't know. It is high risk because it is in an environment where you can enforce laws. An organization can have their own laws. Like, hey, we are going to have Scrum rules. Yeah, the terminology rules is the right one, not laws. So they could put this in their rule. I don't know. I didn't prepare these slides. These slides are with the help of a lawyer, so I don't know. All right, so the next question. AI-driven lie detector. AI used in law enforcement to analyze truthfulness based on biometric data. Minimal. In which country? North Korea? US. US, the new US. Who said that US? Who was it? Was it you?
Lucky you're under the EU law, so it's fine.
Okay, so yes, this is prohibited. Okay, so the law enforcement and penalties of this happens to two levels. To the EU level, where this office located in Luxembourg called the AI office can enforce these laws, and to the national level, to the national court, whatever regulatory setup that those countries in the EU has. And if you do not comply with this law, you end up paying something between $7.5 million and $35 million, or 1% to 7% of your annual revenue. So it's really serious. It already came in August 2024, and when I was fundraising in October 2023, a lot of VCs were saying like, hey, in August 2024, you'll have a lot of problem with the EU AI Act. And I was like, what is the EU AI Act? I Googled it and got to know it. Now I'm presenting it. In this August, another phase is starting. I'll have a slide about that as well. And what can businesses do to prepare for this? They can have like these AI risk management, AI governance frameworks, compliance training for their employees, technical and legal readiness so that they know their technology stack properly, they know their legal frameworks properly, and also continuously monitor regulatory updates when it comes to their organizations. And I am building one, full disclaimer, this is one of the things that they can use. It's a chatbot that you can navigate the EU AI Act. And partnership announcement, yesterday I partnered with Simon. He is a tech lawyer, over a decade in this business. And Simon and I are building RegUBot, our regulation bot. Basically, we feed a lot of information about EU AI Act to this bot, and companies can use this in order to get ready for their AI navigation. I promise it's almost done, okay? The status, it started, the political agreement happened somewhere in December 23. The EU Parliament did it in June. In August, it was already implemented. And the next phases are happening between 2024 and 2026. So now the general purpose AI will be implemented in August 2025. And it keeps going on, and it just keeps getting stricter over time. And this AI Act that's for general purpose AI will come into effect in August 2025, which is kind of like in 5 months or so. Okay, so there are some scopes and applications. There are these kind of types of companies that they apply to. There could be providers like Mestral AI from France, or DeepL from Germany, or Alfalfa. Alfalfa kind of like changed their model a lot. I'm not sure if they will be building any further like foundational models to the level or not. Deployers, those who basically take it and then put it there, For example, Siemens, I worked for Siemens before as a consultant, and they need to kind of like be compliant. Importers, those who bring a model from US and then puts it here, and distributors, like for example, SAP, who try to sell a product that's AI enabled, they need to be regulated. Alrighty, compliance is done. Almost there, almost there. It's gonna get really, really interesting now because of one thing. It's mine. This thing is mine. I'm proud of it. You'll see what I've built. It's not a sales pitch, okay? Please, for all the skeptics. It's not a sales pitch. It's not even a product. I'm building it in public every Sunday, despite the fact that I have 2 children. I'm married. I run multiple businesses. I'm an entrepreneur in Germany. That means like my companies are going bankrupt. So this is not a sales pitch. I'm not trying to sell anything. This audience is, hopefully you are my customer, but my customer is somewhere out there in the world. This is just showing something cool I built in the past 7 weeks, and I've been documenting it every Sunday. Like I work only 2 hours every Sunday on this project. So what I'm building is something that is around this self-hosted computer usage. It's something similar to OpenAI's operator. It has a chat window. It has something to execute here. You'll see it in just a minute. The way it works, a little bit technical talk, and then we'll go to a video that you can see how it works. I basically have a Linux distro here that's containerized on a Docker. It loads the UI. This UI can be a web browser-based application or a desktop application, particularly desktop application, because a lot of legacy systems that do not have an API, they will be able to be automated with this architecture in mind. There is an NPM package called robot.js. I'm using TypeScript for this. And what it does is it basically generates clicks in typing. This project is called BlindClicks. The reason I call it BlindClicks, you'll see it in a minute. It blindly clicks things around, and then when it fails, it has like a vision fallback. Then is the time when it loads an LLMX. This LLMX could be DeepSeek hosted in your environment, or Olama hosted in your own environment. It's on 100% EU AI Act compliant solution, and it can work. And then it generates a lot of sequences of clicks, like it click, 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 didn't work, click, 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 didn't work, click, click, click. And then this AI brain behind that, it kind of like finds the right path to pick that one. And there is always a human in the loop. If it fails, it cannot, it retries 2-3 times, it can't solve it. It brings a human in the loop. In the video in a minute that I will show myself with a better t-shirt, you will see that I am getting in the loop to log in Dativ. I'm building a kind of like a demo application for Dativ. I'm uploading invoices. You'll see it in just a minute. So the structure of this is like simple. It has like a chat interface. It has a screen, which you'll see in a minute. And then that screen, basically for technical users, it is just a Linux distro. It has a terminal. We can do reverse proxy here and so on. And I load Dativ. For those of you who don't know Dativ, it's basically an accounting software that a lot of companies in Germany use. Okay, then this is Dativ basically. It is a lot of checkboxes, a lot of things here. It is able to click that little checkbox there. Why? Because it's blind clicks. It basically blindly clicks to those X and Y coordinates. But there's a vision behind it, a vision LLM, a vision fallback that understands, okay, it's going to fall down here, I'm going to catch it and then retry. If it retries, fails, then brings a human in the loop. And it's very simple. It's kind of like with 2-3 lines of code, you can already capture one click, and then you basically repeat that code again and again and again. Now it's the demo time. So let's go to... So basically, I will shut up and let my video talk. I promise this is not an AI agent. It's me recorded in this beautiful co-working space, and I'm trying to be very official, which I can't. But anywhere, I will pause it and explain something if I have to, but hopefully I will not pause it because it's 4 minutes long and I want you guys to go home faster.
My name is Emil Sayer. I'm an AI engineer specializing in building AI agents for SMEs in Germany, especially EU AI Act and GDPR compliant. I built an AI agent for Dativ, the corporate accounting system that a lot of companies in Germany use. Let me show you how it works. So basically on the left you have a control panel where you see all the chat, you have certain buttons, you can type some text. On the right side, you will see Dativ opening now. I'll ask my AI agent to upload some invoices. So I will click first and upload these invoices. And then, can you please upload these invoices in Dativ? It will open Firefox, then it will open a new tab, and then it will click on Dativ login page. So this is the moment when a human in the loop is needed. In almost any AI agent, we will need a human in the loop to unblock the requirements for AI agent to pursue the work. So right now I have to log in. I'll grab my two-factor authentication and log into Dativ. There you go. Now I'm logged in and I'm ready to continue. I'll just say done. What it will do is it will start uploading all those invoices that I have given. It will upload all of them at once and then reconcile one by one all of them. In this particular example, I only took 3 of them just to make the point, but it can be done for thousands of invoices if needed. So it opens the invoice, enters the invoice number, opens the date of the invoice, corrects it, changes the status, the payment date, goes to the next one, and it just keeps continuous in that manner until all of the invoices are done. You can also optionally see the logs from here, everything that's happening behind the scenes. It's going through every step. Everything is logged, so you don't need to be worried about if something goes wrong. Once it's done, it gives you that message, and this message basically is the final message that all the invoices are uploaded. In case you're worried if something went wrong, you can go to recent activities. You see that you did a bulk activity, and then you can roll it back if you need to do so. This is just an example of Dativ, but this kind of a technology can be implemented on any sort of corporate or SME software, be it an ERP from SAP, be it Dativ, or be it a custom web application or a desktop application that can be automated without the need for an API. This is using operating system level clicks and typing, just similar to Operator by OpenAI and computer use by Anthropic. This is a proprietary project that I'm building in public on my YouTube channel.
I already told him.
To have it,
It's okay. I already told him. Alrighty, so we're almost done. I'll just yes.
Question about this. So first about the tools that you've used for that. So I understand it's your little baby, it's your little secret.
It's open source. I'm putting it to the world.
Can you explain like the sequence of tools that you have combined?
Yes.
With
Yes.
something?
I can quickly explain that.
Okay.
All right. So basically, here this is a Next.js app. Actually, it's running on localhost somewhere. I can also pull it now if anyone interested. This is a Next.js app. It has a container. This container is basically loading just one iframe. And that iframe, inside the iframe, it is a WebTop Linux wrapper. A WebTop is a project based on linuxserver.io. They built it. It allows you to build and load a Linux distro inside the web browser, so that you can kind of like create a UI for this. In episode number 4 or 5, I so far did 7 episodes on my YouTube channel, building this thing in public. In one of these episodes, I showed that it does not have to be here for it to work, it can go the so-called headless. That means it can go somewhere, run somewhere minimized, and still upload all those invoices. It's headless. The terminology is called headless. So this container can go headless. It can sit somewhere on a cloud internet virtual machine, and then it performs all those tasks. So this is a very real example of AI agents. I built this AI agent. Actually, it has a very nice backstory to this. My wife is, her first career was financial accounting. Now she's a software developer. She works at SAP, and she also uploads invoices from my companies. I have 3 companies, 1 liquidated company, 2 active, and we have something around 100 invoices every month. And she spends around 10 hours literally collecting invoices from all these platforms and then uploading it on Dativ exactly as I showed it on this video. And I'm building it in public. Like episode number 1, I'm showing like what do we do and why do I want to do this. And my motivation is that when I'm done with this AI agent, she will spend like 1 hour. So she has 9 hours to spend with me and with my children. There's a question.
I try to keep it short.
Louder, please.
Okay. Have you heard of that company that developed Qs.dev? It's a very simple.
No, I know. No, I don't know them.
Other question is, what LLM are you using in the background? Is it
ChatGPT 4.0? Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
You have the possibility to check the accuracy of the input that were made in the data in the end.
Good question.
Compare it to the human baseline.
Yeah, good question. This is a project the question is very interesting. Like, what if a mistake happens and then it goes inside Dativ? How can you evaluate that mistake does not happen, and how can it bring human in the loop the same way it brought me in the loop to log in to Dativ? If it makes a mistake, how a human can go inside. In my channel, you can see I built, let me quickly go to that and answer your question there. So it is,
Hi, my name is Tim.
This one, episode number 7. I think it is episode number 7, yeah. It's done 4 days ago. What I would like to show you is, so basically, this one. So I built this little desktop application that is called a blind tracker. It captures all these sequences, okay? So now you create a sequence that uploads an invoice and changes the date based on the invoice under the hood, that it reads it based on the OCR. If it makes a mistake here, an LLM will determine it. For example, 2 days ago, Mistral AI released OCR, and their OCR is awesome. This morning I tested it. It is extremely good. I have been involved with OCR technology since 2005, very long time. And I've built multiple times an OCR technology base. This one, Mistral AI, is so good because it is kind of like a document understanding level. It understands the charts, it understands the figures, why is it in a table. It's not just extracting text, but it is to the meta level, it understands what is that document about. Imagine if the date of the invoice is taken and it's put in a wrong field on Dativ. It's a possible mistake, a human error. A human even can do this error. LLMs can also do it. Again, the same thing. A stronger LLM oversees this, and then it grabs it and then notifies a human. If even this happens, then there will be reconciliations happening to the human level, like humans can do reconciliation of the tasks performed by.
So you mean that you added a level of verification based on AI also?
Yes, yes.
But it's not seeing where it clicks. It clicks where it should click, blind. Whereas
Exactly.
then it sees by this LLM, see the result.
Exactly.
Kind of.
Exactly. That's the concept. Yes. Question?
So how is it located?
Pardon?
Location is done through computer vision, you said.
Location is done through these X and Y coordinates. Here, let me play this video. You will see that it basically, here, look, when I'm moving, the X and Y is changing here. So it basically captures the X and Y coordinates on the screen, captures it in 1 second or in one coordinate, and then it generates one click or one typing or one drag and drop or one whatever mouse and keyboard interaction that you're doing with your thing. All right, let's catch up with this to see what is going on next. Okay, I'm building it in public, and that's the YouTube series that you can see. You can follow me there, leave some comments, subscribe. Yeah, please subscribe. Subscribe, I need more. Alrighty, so that's pretty much the whole presentation I've had. Please, if you want to thank me, don't clap. Subscribe and connect with me on LinkedIn. Did I keep my promise? Did somebody fall asleep? Okay, can I ask someone to give me a video testimonial? If you're interested in giving me a video testimonial, please come to me. I'll put the camera on your beautiful face. I'll do it for my social proof. Yes, questions?
So, talking about AI agents, like let's say I am building an AI agent, there will be some competitors, right, in the market. So how do you ensure that we are differentiating against and being better than the other competitors?
It's a business 101 question, like what are your competitive edges? I don't know, I'm a technical guy. Ask a business guy, but basically you need to, value proposition is nowadays a commodity, like everything is a commodity. You can't build something and have a moat and then say that, oh, I'm going to do, even LLMs are a commodity nowadays. So that's a question that MBA professors cannot answer. I'm a technical guy. Yes, there's another question.
So actually, like 10 years ago, while I was doing some research on outsourcing, so I came up with this topic called robotic process automation. So which was like a kind of a budding thing back then, 2015. Yeah. So there was there were some companies which are popping up, and some became unicorn also.
Yeah.
So where do you see that coming now? Like, do companies really need RPA companies, or they just can't go for
Good. The question is kind of like, how is it different than robotic automation? Like, it's very similar. Now it has a human brain.
It's like a cobot, actually.
It's COBOL, like program.
There's robots have cobots. Where you teach them for welding, for example.
Exactly.
So you teach them what they have to do, and then they repeat this with some.
Exactly. It's that. You would like to do the closing?
Yes, I would like to do. If there are any more questions, you can address. Very. Yeah, we're gonna make a short closing round, but the most important thing of all, I want a picture with all of you. You can climb on the desk if you're small, whatever. But I want a whole group photo.
Yes.
Yes. And I would like to have some references here. What do you take out of today? What's your highlight?
Yes, first of all, really a very interesting presentation. Also, it's just very important for me a little bit to know how such networking events are working, because it's first time for me. So yeah, both very interactive and useful.
Thank you. All right. Any other?
Can I?
Yes, here for the.
I feel this presentation saved me like half a year studying unnecessary stuff and just attending your event on the 15th of March, if I'm not mistaken. It's like I figured out that AI agents are so easy. They are just components of some things that I don't need to learn data science and so on. I just bring in some stuff, combine it, and deliver my MVP. Thank you.
Cool. Any other voices? Some referrals to the speech and to First Friday, of course?
Give the microphone.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much, Alejandro, for this event. It's really amazing to see so big crowd on a Friday night. I really never imagined like this many people staying till like, 10:30 now. Wow, it's amazing. It's all because of the topic and because of the organization you are doing. It's really amazing. Hats off to this. I really loved the presentation from Amel. It's really amazing. Hats off to your work. I really enjoyed it.
It was starting here Friday. Yeah. Anybody else, please? Just
ladies.
Then that's it for the round, and then you can ask him any questions. All right. So before we go.
Hey, Zviadi here. I just wanted to give a quick debrief about the workshop that MR has done today, first Friday. It was absolutely amazing. I just want to say thank you for amazing content and very interactive session. I absolutely loved it, and I think I saved my effort by at least 6 months to just getting onboarded on this AI agent. So I'm extremely grateful. I'm looking forward to the next session, and also with the very intelligent, connecting with the very intelligent and smart people. So thank you, MR. Keep rocking and engaging with the audience. Thank you very much.
Sorry, what's your name? I didn't get. My name is Sophie. Sophie, Anita. Nice to meet you. Where you come from? Sorry? Where you come from? Croatia. Oh, nice. I'm from Ukraine. Cool. Nice to meet you. Yeah. All right, Sophie. Yeah. We just participated in a very, very amazing and interesting workshop / presentation about AI agents.
Right.
What do you think about it?
I think it was very cool. I'm really happy that I came here, like the community and the whole presentation was like really cool. I also have like a startup. I have a website, 2 apps, and Telegram mini app where people can learn German grammar. It's not finished yet, so it's still in the process. So I think this workshop and the whole like presentation helped me to avoid some mistakes that actually I think I learned a lot. So I think it's quite helpful for my project. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, I think it saved me a lot of time in the long term.
Do you have idea how you could potentially implement AI agent into your, let's say, business model or startup?
Right. So my website is basically a combination of Web3 and AI. So I already have some AI agents that I'm using, like for FAQ, for search, for writing exercises, for developing some sets of like words, unique grammar cards, and so on. So I think I have an idea. How can I improve? Like, for example, I have a search with AI. So I have a really cool idea how can I improve it and so on. And I think I got some new ideas what kind of exercises I can add on my website. So I'm really happy about that. So
good. So it was very good.
Yeah.
Very well invested.
Yeah.
Let's say 3 hours on Friday evening.
True. I also could say that majority of the models are trained on the English language, and since like I have a German grammar learning website, so I need like the models that are trained on the German language that I think are kind of tricky, like hard to find, especially for exactly what am I doing. So I think today I also got a lot of feedback and some information on the different like models that are trained on the German language, and some kind of suggestions from other people here, and also from our amazing features. I'm really happy about that. Yeah.
I am working. I'm an ideation and validation specialist.
Wow.
So what that actually means. So basically when someone wants to develop a new product, or for example, they already developed something, but they are struggling actually placing that product on the market. This is where I come from.
Nice.
So I help them validate that the product has actually market fit, and even if because most of the cases product don't have a market fit, that's why they need people, that's why they need help from people like me to actually help them find and position the product in a right way to the market.
Amazing. So you're doing like business analysis and stuff.
It actually combines several disciplines.
Right.
So it's a mixture between business analysis, a lot of research, a lot of, I would say, business development, product development, sales, because to be able to find this perfect placement for your product, you need to actually understand, first of all, the market, the whole landscape, and really, I would say, understand where is the key value your product is, where are you bringing the core value, and then actually kind of frame the whole story around your product, around your company, around yourself. It's very often creating, I would say, story around you as well, because you're selling yourself in these kind of cases.
Right.
What does an AI agent do? Both of you individually give a couple of sentences of definition of what's an AI agent.
It's at least what I understood from before and from today is that it's a tool that can help you automate specific process and yeah, this is how I would say it.
Automate a specific process.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I think in case of my website, like I have exercises with AI, I have like FAQ with AI, searches with AI. So for me, I also have like Telegram mini app where I also plan to implement AI. For me, basically,
what is the definition of AI agents? How would you define it?
it's actually quite interesting because I never like really dived deep exactly in this terminology, but I think it's just like everything you could implement AI and it works in it. Like, I don't know.
So, from what I saw in the presentation, it looked quite kind of good because I've tried some similar examples with computer use by Anthropic, and compared to those solutions I've tried, it actually looked quite usable. I think I might try it out tonight.
Well, what did you see? Like we were talking about the sluggishness and computer use. Can you explain like what was your experience there? And
yeah, so I struggled with computer use to get it to do the certain things I wanted to. It was quite slow in comparison to what I just saw, and it also made a lot of mistakes, and oftentimes it did not give me the results I wanted. And from the detailed way that your system actually clicked on certain elements and filled them out specifically with information, it actually feels more usable and more of a finished product from what I've seen in like competitors maybe.
Hello, hey, my name is Shivraj and I'm a payments product manager working in payments domain from the past 12 years. I came across this event where Emal walked us through a lot of nuances related to AI agent, and I would like everyone to attend this meetup or the presentation that Emal is giving, because there are a lot of insights which you can take home and also build your own AI agent, which really helps because, hey, AI agent is the future and you don't want to miss the bus. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Antoine. I'm a strategic, regulatory and business advisor. I've attended in Berlin the great workshop of Emal on AI agentic. It was of value because we could learn about the history, the concept of AI agentic, and how this technology is going to revolutionize the way we work, and it will enable us having a coworker to automate the execution of tasks. So it will be of high value in terms of reduction of costs, in terms of increasing of the quality, and it will need some strong scrutiny in order to be compliant with the EU AI Act. I also understand that Emal is going to run some further workshops, so stay tuned in order to understand what is coming up next and how you can benefit from that so that we can leverage knowledge all together.
Hi, my name is Ranjan. I'm the director of Startup Brand Berlin chapter. So today I'm here to attend this startup meeting presentation from Emal. It was amazing presentation, amazing networking event here in MLP Bank. It's amazing. I mean, this on Friday night I saw like 80 people coming here. I could never imagine. It was just because of this beautiful presentation from my friend Emal and this beautiful work. It's incredible what he's doing with AI. I really appreciate it, and he has shown the wave of AI and where it is going through, what 2025 means for AI. It's gonna be really the year for AI. It's amazing. I'm a big fan of him, his presentation. All the best, my friend.